Hello all, this video is on 32 channel network relay controller, a home automation product from KinCony company. KinCony company is leader in home automation products and they have wide range of relay controllers as well as Zigbee gateway, power distribution and IP camera. Under relay controllers they have many options: 2 channel, 4 channel, 8 channel, 16 and 32 channel. 32 channel is most popular and two varieties are there. One is Ethernet control H32 and the other one is the Wi-Fi type. In this video we will use the H32 Ethernet type. From their website you can download the mobile app, Android mobile app for LAN as well as WAN. For local area network separate app is there, and for control over internet another app is there. And the support software tools can be downloaded from the link given below. The software tools are downloaded as zip file, and then unzip the file. Inside this folder you can see two folders. One is VirCom. The VirCom tool is a virtual communication tool which is used to set the mode and the IP configuration of the controller. So before you start the settings you have to open VirCom and then do the IP and mode settings. And the second one is the CX software. This CX software is used to control the device over PC under local area network. Before using this CX software you have to install an ActiveX control. The file is given in the zip file. This is the 32 channel Ethernet controller. Inside this metal body there are 32 relays and ARM microcontroller. It has got a unique 24-digit ID and Ethernet socket. RS-232 connector is provided, so you can add an optional RF remote controller. 2 remotes are provided with this board, so you can control it over RF for all these 32 channels. This is only optional board. There are 6 input channels for connecting sensors like temperature sensor and door switches. And the 32 for all 32 channels LED outputs are provided. So for each relay operation you will see the LED on. The power source is 12 volt 2 ampere DC. At the back side of the controller you can see pluggable terminal blocks. These pluggable terminal blocks can be easily removed from the socket, and after doing the wiring you can plug it back. So this is very easy for doing the wiring. Connect the Ethernet cable to the Ethernet socket. Now let us see the relay operation. The top row is connected to phase of AC and the bottom row is connected to loads. Inside this controller you have got 32 relays, and each relay has got 3 contacts, that is 2 contacts and a pole. Generally to the pole we connect the AC supply, phase of the AC supply, and 2 contacts are there, NC and NO. NO is normally open where we connect the load, and then finally to the neutral. NC contact is not used here. So when the relay operates, the pole changes over from NC to NO, just passing on the phase to the load. Thus the load will operate. Inside this controller you can see 32 such relays. The top row is connected to the phase of the AC. You need to provide loop jumpers for each channel. At the bottom row you have to connect the load. Only the NO contact of the relays are provided. NC is not provided for user. This is the neutral common line. Suppose you want to connect a load to the first channel. From the bottom row first channel connect the one wire of the load, say a lamp, and the other wire is connected to the neutral. The neutral is made common, so if you want to connect other loads You make the neutral common and then the other wire to the load that is connected to the bottom row of the connectors. Neutral is made common to all the loads. So when the relay operates, the relevant channel, the load connected to the relevant channel will be made on. Now there are two modes of operation. One is the local area network and the other one is the wide area network. First we'll see the LAN. In the LAN mode, to the router directly all the clients are connected. A mobile or PC or the relay controller, all will be connected to the router. So in our case we are using Ethernet controller, so RJ45 cable is used to connect the relay controller to the router. The gateway of the router is generally starts with one IP address 192. It is 192.168.0.1, or in some cases it is 168.160.1.1. This is the gateway IP which we use to configure the router. If you type in this address in your browser, you will get the access to control the router settings. So when the clients are added to the router, automatically the router will offer an IP. This is done dynamically using DHCP, Dynamic Host Control Protocol of router. The first come first basis, the IP address will be allotted. On next boot, this IP may change. That is why this is called dynamic, but this is taken care of DHCP. So you need not worry about that. DHCP will take care of automatic addressing. We have VIRCOM tool to set the mode. For LAN operation, open the VIRCOM tool and set the mode to TCP server. Though the relay controller is a client to the router, we set this to TCP server mode and the default port is 4196. So using the VIRCOM software, we set the mode to a TCP server for a local area network. The second mode is the wide area network WAN, where we make use of the cloud server. The PC and mobile have their own network and it is available in a separate place and are connected to the cloud server. And the relay controller has got its own network and it is connected to the same cloud server. We use the VIRCOM software to set the mode as UDP. So mode should be UDP for wide area network, that is for control over internet, and the default port is 5555. The IP of the cloud server to be set inside the VIRCOM software. So for all settings we make use of the VIRCOM software. For either LAN or WAN, first we have to open the VIRCOM software and set the mode, and then only we can control the relay controller. Now we are ready with the app on our Android mobile, and the software tools are downloaded and ready for use. Now open the VIRCOM software. First we will see the local area network settings and control from LAN without internet. Open the VIRCOM software and click on device. The device is automatically detected, or you can click on auto search. Now you can see the IP address. The default IP address is 192.168.1.200. Now you click on the settings to DHCP so that the IP address of the relay controller is automatically taken, and set the mode to TCP server, and the IP the domain should be local IP. Now click on modify setting to save the changes. So here it should be DHCP, the mode is TCP server, and the domain is you have to click on the local IP so that the IP of the device from where you are controlling the relay controller is taken automatically by the VIRCOM software. Save the changes, close the VIRCOM software and open the CX software now. before using this CX software, you have to install the ActiveX control. Install the ActiveX control and then open the CX software. This is for local area network, that is without internet you are going to control the relay controller. Now it shows connect to OK. For this you have to do the settings. Under menu you click on system menu config and then feed in the IP of the relay controller, that is a local IP of the relay controller which is offered by the DHCP of the router to which this relay controller is connected, and then open the parameter config and then provide the 24-digit unique ID of the controller. This is seen on the top of the controller. You have to feed in this 24-digit and then save the changes. Now if you open the CX software, you can see connect OK. Otherwise you have to manually click on LAN connect. Now you can click on the each icon provided to each relay. You can click on or off, or you can click all on or all off to control each relays. You can change the icon if you want. This is the load connection to the relay controller. We make use of two lights for first two channels. The input is AC and it has got a phase and neutral wire. Earth I am not using here. If you want, you can connect the green wire to the body of the relay controller. The top row of the connector is connected to the phase of the input AC. We make a loop for all the loads, and the bottom row is connected to the each load. The first channel we connect it to the first light, and the second channel we connect to the second light. And the other end of the loads are made common and connected to the neutral. So neutral is made common to all loads. Now open the CX software by clicking on the first icon. You make the first light on, and by clicking on the second icon you make the second light on. You can see the corresponding LEDs on at the back side of the relay controller. Now let us see the KBox app, Android app for controlling the device from local area network. Open the KBox app and then click on the plus symbol at the right corner. Provide the local IP of the controller, which is provided by the DHCP of the router, and then feed in the port. The port is default 4196 and the model is 32 channel. Click on OK. Now you can see all the 32 channels for controlling. You touch on the first icon to switch on the first light, and the second one to switch on the second light. In this way you can control all the 32 channels individually by touching the icon on the mobile app. The corresponding LED will switch on and off on the back side of the relay controller. If you want, you can sort the position of the icons by touching on the sort button on the top. You can just drag the icons and sort it, and you can change the name of the device, like a light one, fan one, like that. And if you want, change the icon, and there are two modes, click and touch mode. Normally it is click mode, and if you want, you can select the touch mode. The difference is in touch mode you have to keep touching on the icon till you keep your touch, the device will be on. If you release your finger, it will be off. That is the touch mode. And in the click mode, if you once touch, it will be on, and if you touch, it will be off. That is the difference between the touch and click mode. And there is a scene mode for batch operation. You click on the scene mode, and if you want to suppose switch on both the lights at the same time, you select the scene mode and provide an icon for that, and provide a name, and select the mode as click or click, and then save the scene setting. Provide a name like to on, and if you touch on the icon, now both the lights will be on. Same way you can create a scene for both the lights off. So if you touch on the to off icon, both the lights will be off. So for batch operation, the scene mode is very helpful, so you can control the devices in batches. Now the next mode of operation is WAN, that is wide area network, control over internet. For this, again open the Vercom software and click on device. Select the mode as UDP. The work mode should be UDP for controlling over internet, and the domain should be the IP of the cloud server. The default cloud server is given. You can click on the default button to get the default settings. So the device will communicate to the cloud server for controlling over internet. Now close the Vercom software and open the smart home app we have already installed over our Android mobile. You have to provide a name and a password to register it, and then open the app. Now first click on mine and then room. The first thing is you have to create a room and floor, and then you have to add the host. Before that, the first thing you have to do is add the room or floor. Click on done, save that. Now click on the host manager and click add. For adding the device serial number, you can scan the QR code find on the relay controller, or you can feed in the 24-digit unique ID, and then provide a name for the device and click OK to save this. Add, click on add. Now the device is added. It will contact the cloud server of the KinCony, and then the device is added. It will verify the ID and the device will be added. Now the relay controller is declared online. If the device is connected to the internet, you will see online. Suppose you want to delete this, you can slide the icon and then delete it. So at a time you can use it on a single mobile only. If you cannot try, if this device is added on a single mobile, you cannot use it from a second mobile. Now the controller will be available under unclassified. You can just drag the screen for a refresh. If you don't see the controller icon, just touch on the controller icon and then select room. Provide a name to the device and select an icon for the settings. The icons are provided under a list in the app itself, and select the room. Already we have selected floor 1, room 1, and click on save. So without selecting a room, you cannot add host. Now the controller will be available under classified. Otherwise you can refresh it just by dragging the screen from top to bottom. Now click on home, close the app and open it again. You can see the controller you created earlier. You created a controller, KinCony, named KinCony 32. Touch on the icon to get the list of 32 icons to control each relay separately. Touch on the first icon to see the first relay, first LED on, and you can see the first load is on. And touch on the second icon to see the second LED on and the second load is on. Like this you can control all the 32 channels. If you touch on the icon, and the corresponding LED will be on the relay controller, and the related load will be on or off according to the touch on the mobile app. In this way you can control all the 32 channels. There is also a scene mode, just as in the previous app. Here also a scene mode is there, where you can do batch operation for controlling devices together.